So I haven't done a 3D game in Godot yet, so I decided to make one. It's a little funny at times.
When life gives you bones, you don't eat them. They're not good for your teeth.
However, at the same time, I wanted to make it absolutely terrifying. I mean, what kind of monster would want to make a funny horror game? Hi, I'm the Coffee Engineer, and today, I'm showcasing this devlog on the most awkward horror game you've ever experienced. Since my last video, which was received in great response by the way, I figured, I would just keep on with being a math nerd and the senpai of all the noobs. Some of you want to see some Godot tutorials, and I'm working on that, so make sure you subscribe to the channel if you want to see how I did some things. However, to apologize for working on my own game instead, I'll teach you a couple of the things that I did on a conceptual level with a tad bit of code, but for the sake of your squirrel attention span, I'm not going to go over all the code. Hey look, a squirrel. So honestly, I had pre-programmed a pill, or as some people called it, a bean. And it has a very basic first-person controller already built into it from what I've did before. And our pill, well, his name is Bob, because Bob is an original name, and I totally thought of it all on my own. So make sure you can't name your guy Bob, because my guy is named Bob, and if your guy is... Okay, well that happened, and it's time to go over what I did. Originally, the game was going to be more about a child, and then you're experiencing some nightmares, and then that's the game. Well, no jokes or anything like that, but I gave up on the idea quickly because I wanted to learn some 3D modeling, and instead things didn't quite go that way. So I realized the errors of my way of how complex that game would have been, and now we're just making a ghost game. Just a normal ghost game with bones and stuff. Yeah, because that's what ghost games have. Bones. And ghost? Boo, I guess. So I designed this house, and I had some inspiration from the internet to get me started with that, but then I quickly just didn't use it at all, and I started to divide it out into some hallways. And then I made a door. Yeah, I know, very exciting. Come to find out, if you put ray trace on a character, you can put some code, and then you can pick up if that code has some function, and by doing that, I was able to display some text for opening and interacting with objects, such as bones and doors. And then I made a few pieces of furniture, like a couch, a foot chair, and a table with some chairs. And at this point, our ghost for the horror game is just the pill, so we need a clown. And now we have a clown. And there's no lore, so I'm adding bones, because bones is lore, of course. And this game needs a name, but I'll let you name it by going ahead and down in the comment section below, comment some of your name ideas. And now that we have some bones, let's put our ghost in the corner and have a little flashlight flash whenever he's seen by the player, give some heartbeat to add some intensity to the moment. Then I decorated the map. I ended up spending a couple hours, or when I mean a couple, I mean a lot of hours, with some guys on Discord, and they really got into this fireplace. I mean, look at it, it's so cozy. Next, I just wanted to work on some more stuff, so I began working towards this hallway. The idea behind it is that there's 3 lights. And then when you open the door, your flashlight ceases to work, and then the lights slowly turn off. 1, 2, 3, and the clown will just laugh. But of course, this meme side of me just took over, and when I heard the clown laugh, it was just too comical not to include it. I mean, have you heard this laugh? This laugh is crazy. And with the comical clown laugh, I gave the game an intro scene about a drunken boyfriend who wakes up and needs to find his keys because he's locked indoors.
You wake up by the fireplace, only to find out she's left you.
Which is ridiculous, just like my game. He's locked inside with a summoning circle. I voiced it over with the best voice actor ever. I'll let you guess who that is. Then, I layered in some additional voice lines to trigger whenever you come across various scenes throughout the game.
Where are my bones? I gotta find them. A pile of bones. That's good picking.
Up next, we wire up some additional touches with another pile of bones in another room, and then we make some status updates to the screen. Now that the instruction is to run, I wanted to put a door where a light will just turn on after you've picked up the second bone, and your flashlight will suddenly cease to work somehow. This is just a concept for now, but the concept is that as you step on each light and the next light turns on, the one behind you turns off. And the lights will get progressively farther and farther away, therefore adding to the horror, because now you're having to cross the distance, and it's getting even further. And if you turn on your flashlight at any point throughout this hallway, you're gonna get jump scared. But that's not a feature yet, I'm still working on that. And yeah, that's as far as I got in this past week's development. And if you want to follow more development on this more closely, then make sure you join the Discord, link in the description. And then also make sure to subscribe, because I'll be putting out some more in-depth tutorials and such on what all is going on in the game and the future games that I make. And with all of that, let's go get some coffee.